my name is Kate, and today I'll talk about observe and describe desert environment in science. And what is a desert environment? And today I'll talk about it. And desert, let's talk about the learning objective we will get at the end of the lesson. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to recognize how physical characteristics of desert environments support organisms. Desert climates. Deserts are usually hot and dry because you'll often see a desert. They do not get much rain throughout a year. Some deserts can get very hot at the day but very cold at the night. Some desert has hot all day. That's explored. Desert soil. The soil in a desert is not dark in color or very wet. Desert soil is sandy and just a light tan or red color, like this. Because it's sandy, it is loose. Also, the dry soil because the little rains desert gets. What makes the soil? Why roll the circle? The soil. What happens? A big rock breaks down to small pieces. And it turns to sand. And that's what it's like. Let's talk about what animals live in a desert. Desert animals. The temperature can get really high in deserts. Some animals have shells or thick fur to protect their skins from fur, like this. It has thick skin. Animals need feet that let them walk easily across the thick sand. Big wide feet help animals to stay top of the sand instead of sinking down into it. Big wide feet. Like this. Big feet. In a hot climate, the animals that live here need a way to store water. Some have a place in their bodies to store water. A camel stores water in its hooves. Others have skin that does not let us the water evaporating by sweating. Like the camel, it's not evaporating by the sweating, but it stores water in its body that we cannot see, and it's cannot sweating. If it's rain, it will collect water and store in its hooves. Desert plants. Plants in the desert to able to store water or survive with a little water. Cacti have a thick waxy coat that they can hold water. Yeah, the spikes. The spikes on it, if it's rains, the spike on it will collect water really fast. They also have sharp spikes to keep animals from eating them. To get the water they store inside. A lot of plants in the desert have sharp spines like this to protect themselves. A cactus has leaves, but it's dry. Its leaf is going to close like a spine. It's merged. Large trees do not grow in the desert. Many plants in the deserts are small, so they do not need much energy or water to grow in a desert environment. Here, the small plants. Desert plants can be two different root systems. One root is shallow and wide so they can collect the most water as fast as possible. they do get rain. The other root is system that plants have in very deep roots so that it can reach water that is deep underground. Hence, remember this. Desert environments are usually hot and dry. The plants and animals that live have ways to protect themselves from heat and store water. That's for today. And like that, a big rock breaks down to small pieces and it turns to sand, like this one. And it's turned one more to a desert. Let me tell here. A big rock breaks down to small rocks, and it's break down to smaller rocks, and the smaller rocks it will take as many it can, and it will turn into a desert. And that's for today. Remember this one. Thank you for listening and goodbye.